Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome. Welcome to another channel update. Woo! And welcome to June 2024. Good lord. A lot's happened this year. Trying to find things to sort of date it, and the only thing I can think that immediately comes to mind is the whole Nicki Minaj getting arrested in Amsterdam for possession of illegal substances, which... GG, Nicki Minaj, you had a career and you blew it. So, congratulations, you muppet. So there you go. That's the real life news that dates this video. Sorted. Yeah, Christ, shows my awareness. But no, so yes, at the time of this recording, we've recently just finished the Invictus launch week. I released the Drake video yesterday. I encourage you guys to watch it, primarily because of the Ironclad, because I do love the Ironclad. But we'll get into that a bit later. So yes, Invictus launch week. I would say it's been about 80% awesome and about 20% issues. So 80% of it was awesome because of how stable the event was, the frames, the servers was, well, there was no 30Ks. The frames were good to the most part. There were a few issues of stuttering and other issues which caused my recording software to crash on multiple occasions. This one was very unstable for my recording software. So not a happy bunny with that particular one. But for the event itself, it was really good. You know, it was Invictus launch week, so obviously it's not the full shebang of IAE, which is personally my favorite event. But at the same time, we did have some good stuff involved. It had we had some very new ships, which was really awesome. The ability to see the Polaris and in Star Citizen, which is nice. I sadly didn't get a chance to see it flying around, which we'll go into the negatives slightly a bit later, but we'll say for the things for that one. So no, I would say the event has been really stable, considering how in previous years a 30K would be expected. In fact, last year there was like 2-3 30Ks whilst I was filming IAE, which was a problem. So the fact that we didn't have that, and I could continue to record even though the server was in the process of replicating and sorting, big win. And it was really good. So I would say that was a big win on that one, and I really enjoyed it. And also this patch so far, 3.2.3, with the exception of the cargo, which I'll get into a bit later, it has been really good. I would say it's been probably one of the better patches I've played in a very long time. The economy being slow is a good thing. With the exception of bugs causing missions to bug out, I would say I'm loving how slow the economy is. I would say, there's still a lot to look into in regards to the resources system, because obviously once base building becomes a thing, that's when I think we will truly start to see the real economy start to take hold. Because at the end of the day, as much as it's all, at the moment we're all profit based, there's nothing about this game that considers resources, there's nothing about the value of time spent to gather said resources, so I think it's only fair that we have to take that into account when it comes to the real economy. But so far I've been really enjoying this. But yeah, so this event's been really good. The economy is now good. The ships are expensive. It means there's a bit of a grind, but I think it's worth it. And with the reputation systems in tow, it's also really good. So all in all, this patch has been really, really good, and I think it's been a really fun time playing this patch. So obviously other things, obviously other new ships. So the Firefly, bit meh on. I do like the missile boat, but it's been good. What's that Firefly? The Firebird has been pretty good. Though my big dream, my big dream so far has been the release of the Ironclad. And I'd very much recommend you watch the Drake video on that one, because there's a nice little section on that, and I do recommend. To be fair, there's a good speculation talk about that particular ship, so I am very keen to hear what other people's thoughts on that sort of element of subject. And to be fair, if anyone is watching these, whoever does watch these videos, I do want to make Star Citizen content. I've always said, it's been one of the bloody curses, is I say, well, I want to make Star Citizen content, but never get actually around to doing it, or I don't have any ideas for it, and I get creative block when it comes to doing Star Citizen content. Other games, my brain goes immediately to, oh yeah, I can do this and I can do that. But for some reason with Star Citizen, it's just, no. It's just, nah, and nah. And that's pretty much what my brain does every time I go to think about Star Citizen. But no, like, if you guys want to see specific things on it, do let me know. And hopefully we'll be able to, as time goes by, more things happen, games get stabler, all of these wonderful things, we get to see the full extent of what the So yeah, was executive to full extent of Star Citizen with Squadron 42 alongside, which is really awesome. But no, so a couple of the negatives I would say about this event is that obviously the patch 323's buggy nature has been a bit of a pain in the arse to deal with. What's worse is that the stutterings and other systems I feel like have contributed to my recording software crashing a bit. I wouldn't say it's the sole reason why it's been crashing, because there have been times where I've had nothing but smooth frames and I'm still crashing. So I don't know what the suddenlies happened with my OBS, but basically it's just some of the times, well, no, not some of the times, a fair amount of the time, which is why some of the episodes took a bit longer to come out, was just due to me having to re-record stuff and get that stuff worked in, and it was just irritating. Because it wouldn't crash in a hard way, which would make it obvious that the system had failed. It would do it in a soft way, so you wouldn't realize that the software had stopped working until you were about finished with the recording, or at least if you weren't aware of it. So in my case, I would be recording something about certain ships, or I'd be talking about certain elements, and then I'd look over to the screen and find that the preview video was frozen, and that the recording software just was stopped working. And unfortunately, it's not the kind of thing that you can just you can just quit the recording thing and sort of get back to, you can't just stop the recording and restart it. It was soft locked to the point where you have to quit the program via Task Manager, force close, come back on, do whatever. So I've been tweaking around with the settings of the recording software to try and make it a little bit more sustainable. Hopefully the encoders and everything else will be functional again, but it is just really irritating. But apart from that, things have been... and then also the other downside is that due to this particular issue, I wasn't able to get the Idris recording that I wanted because it just kept crashing and kept crashing. And every time I tried to film it, it just would not finish filming without it sort of bugging out. And it was really disheartening because it was one of the... I'd been running around like a headless chicken trying to get onto the Idris because I'd not been on the Idris. And... yeah, basically at that particular point, my willpower had gave out, and after like the fourth or fifth attempt to try and, to walk around the Idris, I'd gotten a good about 5-10 minutes worth, and then it crashed again. And I'm like, fuck this. I wasn't enjoying it. It was ruining the experience for me. So I was like, you know what? It's pointless me walking around because I'd want to record it, and I want to get my reactions, my blind reactions live, finger quote. And the fucking software wouldn't do it. So I was like, right, fuck this, and just bailed out. And I didn't realize, well, to be fair, it was more like I had hoped that I could get it at a time where it was less busy and still be able to hop onto the tour. But unfortunately, yeah, the one big annoyance from the event for me was that they didn't actually tell you where the bloody ships were going to be. Unlike, for example, in previous Invictus launch weeks, where the ships would be told, it would be televised both on planet side and in the stations above where the bloody ships were going to be. So in Invictus, in Area 18, there would be these big banners, or like posters, like there'd be signs on TV screens around Area 18, and even in the Invictus, launch week's center, basically showcasing where the ships are, what time they're going to be, and how long they would be there for. This year, they didn't do that. And so you had to basically go through word of mouth, or go up to the landing zone stations and quickly strung over towards go into the lobby of one of these zones and then sort of look at the screen to see it would then change to which station are they, close to being at. So it just meant that the entire time the experience was a bit ruined because you basically had to try and be lucky and be around at the time that they were doing it for. So unfortunately I couldn't get the footage. So I got some footage of the Drake, the Anvil, the Idris, basically flying towards the station, but that's it. That's all the footage I could get. And yeah, it really sucked. I was really bummed out at that result because obviously I wanted to walk around the Idris because it was, I hadn't seen the Idris I'd never been inside an Idris before. So the first time when I walked around, it was actually perfectly. When I thought the recording software was still working, I actually walked down the same stairs that the Squadron 42 trailer had, where the pilot was looking up for stuff, and I was like super fucking excited. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and it just didn't quite work out, which was really annoying. So I would say that was the lowest point of the event for me, was just the lack of it was both my issue of my recording software being an absolute cunt, and the game/CIG's issue of not telling us where the bloody ships were going to be, so I could quickly hop over and actually record and showcase the Idris. So I'm either going to just have to cave and watch a video of someone else doing it, or I'm going to have to wait until the Idris comes around again and someone lets me walk around the ship. And then I'll be like, oh wow! When everyone else has been doing it for the last 6 months or to a year, but I finally get a chance to have a go. Oh, jeez. Anyway, this video is meant to be about a channel update, and I've just spent the last 10 minutes rambling about Star Citizen. Go figure. So let's actually get to the Star Citizen. Here we go. Let's get more to Star Citizen. No, let's actually get to the channel update in question. So, news. What is going to be happening? Well, obviously, we're going to be going back to the usual content. So, Hearts of Iron 4, the Empire series, and, of course, the Battletech as well. So, there's a lot to look forward to in that respect. I'm going to be probably focusing a little bit more on Empire, because I feel like the end of that series is now due. Well, I say end. Me finishing recording the series is due, so that'll be something to look forward to, primarily because I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to doing that summary video. I'm very, very keen on I just found an achievement that I didn't realize I had that was like plus only 5%. Anyway, so no, I'm very keen on finishing off the series on that one, because A, I've been doing it for a while, and B, this particular playthrough has been really fucking annoying, which, again, I will be going into greater detail on in the summary video. It won't be like a major rant thing, but I'm now saving my rants for near the end of the series, so I think that's only fair. But no, other bits of news in terms of normal content. We've still got things to finish off in that respect. We've got, as I mentioned, Hearts of Iron 4 to finish uploading, and then of course we've got Battletech. So once Empire's been finished, I will then be focusing on Battletech, and then obviously as things get closer and closer to wrapping up for both the Empire and, finger quote, the Battletech, though I feel like I feel like Battletech's just going to be a thing that's just going to be forever. I'm going to be doing this until the day I die. But still, I would say it's probably going to be a case of I'm going to enjoy. I would say that I'm looking forward to continuing the series on for that one. In terms of live streaming content, because again, there's nothing huge changing with the recording style of things. I haven't found anything next that I'll be sort of going into. But in terms of live streaming content, obviously we've got Star Citizen as a live streaming content element. We've also got things in regards to Guild Wars 2. So Guild Wars 2 is going to be the next sort of focus in terms of live streams, but there is other things I'm kind of starting to eye up in terms of what I want to play through as a kind of live let's play / a thing to do. I've got ideas for one thing. And I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I kind of feel like this would be an intriguing. I would say this would be an intriguing option or choice to go for. But there are other games as well that I'm sort of thinking, maybe. And obviously there are certain things in certain games that I've been sort of wanting to get or what have you, but obviously not quite getting to. So overall, I would say, at the moment, watch this space for content in terms of live streams beyond Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2, don't forget, we're doing the live let's play of Living World Season 1. But once we've done that, it's the End of Dragons, which is now over 2 years since I've been bought that and still not played it, so I'm going to be getting into that one as well. And then once that's done, I'm done with Guild Wars 2. So once that's all sorted, then there's going to be another bit of a gap in terms of what we're doing. But then again, I think by the time I finish off the End of Dragons thing, I'll be definitely into something else at the time. So it won't be too long before new things will come out. But anyway, I think I've been rambling and ranting at you guys long enough, as this video is almost, well, it's just gone over 15 minutes. So, yeah, 5 minutes of channel updates, 10 minutes of Star Citizen. Only I could do that. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. If you like this kind of content, don't hesitate, let me know in the comment section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. I'm always trying to read up as much as I can in terms of comments. Sometimes if I don't respond to them, do not get upset or take loss. I do read them. There's actually one particular comment that I'm like, holy shit, I need to respond to that, and I just need to go do that now. But still, it is really, really awesome to see the amount of passion that goes into these comments. So I very much appreciate the time that people have been watching, and I also, I'll look forward to. Oh God, I look forward to seeing what. Holy jeez. Yeah, there are some things that I'm seeing some of the comments, and I'm loving every one of them. They are freaking awesome. So thank you also very much for all the comments and the support you've been giving, and I look forward to sharing some more gameplay times with you in the future. So I will see you then. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out. Have a good one, guys.